How's it going, everybody? Welcome to 2025 Monday live stream. How's it going? Welcome to the new setup. I know I spoiled it a little bit this evening when I wanted to do a test stream for the new vertical format. I'm trying that out. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but trying out the new format, trying out the new background, the new setup. Maybe I can show you guys around later. Yeah, a lot of things to unpack. Wing is now functional with knobs this time. New horizontal view for the wing. Tell me if this is working for you guys. I'm doing this for you. Keep in mind that all those streams, I'm doing this with you in mind, the user, the viewer. And I'm still debating on how I should do this. Is it a good thing to have, view option that I can show you, select some stuff and show you guys what's, the deal, and having the screen here on top? Is it okay? Is it not okay? Is it the best option? I think the background looking amazing. I love it. Seriously, I cannot be more happy with the background. Everything else is up to discussion. Speaking of discussion, what do you guys want to talk about? Tell me, how was your week? How you guys doing? I want to know. Some of you already said hi. I know Nick said hi. Robert again. Yes, again. Well, it's not again. The first one was a false start. It's not again. This is the show. This is what we were supposed to have happen. I know you're saying that probably to tease me, Rob. But welcome back. Hanger77. Hi. What's up? Welcome back. I want your opinion, guys. What do you think of the new vertical format? What do you think of I love the background. Don't tell me what you think about the background. I love it. I'm really happy that I've done this yesterday. It's fresh. It's not finished yet. I'm planning on adding some stuff to it, but man, I'm getting there. It's getting closer to the result that I want to have for the channel. The lighting is getting better because of the background. I think it's easier for me to light that background. I'm not 100% sure about the vertical format, but what I'm trying to push, and I'm gonna tell you that YouTube right now is pushing to fight against other streaming platform, the TikTok of this world, and they pushing vertical stream. So right now we may have new people coming in. They may be random people. They may be not interested in what we're doing, but I'm trying to push the algorithm to push me out a little more. And the way to do it that is totally cost free, because I can spend money on advertising and stuff like that, but I don't want to do that. I want this to be natural or happening naturally. The way to do this is doing the vertical format. They push that. So if I'm streaming regularly in the vertical format, they may try to bump me up. What we're doing here, is it interesting for normies? I don't think so. But can we reach more people? Can I get closer to the people that Dave Rat have? He's got closer to 100,000 subscriber. It's probably enough if you have 100,000 subscriber and you're pumping out video or content regularly to make a decent amount of money with this, and maybe making a living out of YouTube. Who knows? But yes, that wing, exactly, Rob. The compact is really good in portrait mode. Actually, this is it. I've cropped in a little bit, but mostly it would fit with not too much hiding on the side in portrait mode. So this is actually where it's coming from. I was doing my setup, and right now my vertical camera is like pointing the other way, so I can have, you know, bigger screen, stuff like that. And I was like, is there anything happening on YouTube with the vertical format? And right now, it's the way that I want to go. Did you watch new Dave's Rat Cat 6 coupler videos? Yes, I did. Really interesting. I knew the coupler were a thing, but I didn't know how much they were affecting signal. So, yeah. Lens is dirty. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the front shot, Will, or are you talking about the top shot? Because if the top shot, that's the thing is, when I'm doing this, the lens is not dirty. Actually, I may have a sync problem with this one. Looking fine on the camera, but on the stream it's a little choppy. But that's might not be the problem. The thing is the autofocus. Right now the autofocus is focusing on my hand. If I'm moving out, totally it's gonna focus on the screen. But that's something that I need to mitigate, because right now having it in my hand here is triggering off the autofocus from the screen. And it's really hard to manually dial in on these cameras. So if I'm moving too much here, maybe this is not ideal. Maybe the screen should be different. What are you guys thinking? While I'm reading another comment. Joshua, background looks great. Personally, I don't like vertical for YouTube unless they're short. But live stream and full video are made for 60 minutes. Yes, okay, I'm thinking about it. But the thing is, I think YouTube is trying to reach out to these short consumer, which is maybe the wrong demographic for me. And I'm totally open about that. Maybe you guys are not the kind of guys that watch, you know, stream on their phone. So, hold on, Nick. We're gonna try that. Because yes, okay. For those of you who were not there before, I accidentally triggered a stream, or the link to this stream, and I start to ask questions because I was there. Some people join in, and I like kind of did a 45-minute, maybe half an hour stream, and Dons of Dream ask about having a way to use a button to remove, to enable, or to disable a bunch of inserts on channels for some reverb on channels. Like I'm not usually doing this for my vocal, but sometimes I'm using inserts or time-based effects on inserts for reason like I know I'm going to use only that one reverb on that one instrument, so I'm saving a bus and I'm just inserting on that. So exactly, it saves bus. So example number one is my snare. I want my snare reverb to be its own thing. I don't want anybody else leaking into that reverb. It's just my snare reverb. Example number one. Some lead vocal. I'm only using the delay or a repeat delay on the lead vocal. Do you want that on a bus, or could you insert it post fader and that's gonna do the job? Hold on, Nick. I'm already hearing you tapping about the global tap. Different story. Hold on. So we're gonna try that. Lead vocal reverb doesn't want backup vocal in his FX return. Yes, this is definitely on higher end production. Hear me out. On higher end production, some of my friends that use Digico told me that they were using a different insert or different reverb per person, so that way you can have, you know, your own reverb for yourself. You can have more or less, longer or shorter, more of a room, more of a plate. This is what usually I do when I do monitor. And the reason why I'm interested in that also is because when doing monitor, I would like to have that you know, happening for myself. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. John, maybe I'm old, but how to watch the stream and chat on phone, like on laptop. Yeah, you have a couple option. I'm not usually knowledge in the YouTube vertical format, but there's a way to disable chat. There's a way to, if you put basically the chat your phone on the side, if you are on a phone, you can have the chat on the right and having the vertical stream on the other side. Let me know, guys, if this is, so far you don't seem to be impressed by the vertical format. But we're gonna try the snippet thing. This is definitely something that I want to try. So to do that, we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna go on a few channel. Shall we use channel that have nothing? Let's use channel that have nothing, like 37, 38, blah blah blah. Hold on, let me put the console a little more straighter. All right, better for you guys. Let's try that. We have insert on here. We have a couple of insert on here. When we use reverb as an insert, mostly it's for post fader stuff. Rolf, not impressed at all? Okay, thank you very much. Take that comment. No worry. We're gonna start with our effect 1, 2, 3, 4 that we're gonna insert on channel 37, 38, and 39. Second insert, of course. Hold on. This one on. All right, FX1, FX2, and FX3. It's important to know the name of the effects. Why the long face? Ah, come on. You know this was an easy one, Rob, right? But it's funny. Don't I look skinnier? Could be fun for me to look skinnier for a bit. Oh yeah, maybe that format is not good for me. I look more square than I already am. All right, you don't care about how I look. All we care about is the wing. So I'm not a huge snippet user, but we're gonna try this. Basically, what we want to do is we want to have these channel, the one there, being disabled by a single action by a snippet. So I think the way to go would be to first create a snippet. I don't know if this is gonna work. Trying out some stuff here. Snippet. We need to record parameter change. Right now they are all on. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try our effects off, and then we're gonna build another snippet with effects off. With effects on. It should be only 3 parameter. So here we can watch our parameter numbers, see if there's anything, any number higher than 3. If that's happening, we may have triggered something by accident. The snippet recording is not good. So we're gonna try record. We're gonna go to that channel here, select. We're gonna go here and we want to go off, off, off. We're gonna go back to the library, 3 parameter. We're gonna go stop, and I believe it's the add item. I'm not sure about this one. I'm just gonna try save. I'm gonna go test all off. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Maybe I forget a step. We're gonna try this. Save. Test all off. We're gonna go in the CC, control parameter, and we're gonna try to put that snippet recall on that. Can we do that? Can we do a snippet recall with a CC? I believe this is the way to go. Could be wrong. Okay. Global, hold on. I know there's a way. I know there's a way to do something like that. Anybody got a clue here? I believe you could assign a snippet to show control, scene recall. No. Hold on. Is there a way to do this? Yes, but you need to label it properly in a scene. Okay. Is it scene go? Hold on. Why would I? Hold on. Rob, you're telling me that I need to do this in a scene. And that recall would only recall the status of those inserts? Is that the way to go? I'm not 100% sure. We're experimenting here, by the way. Fred. Seems you're not my forte. No, me neither. Usually I do snapshot of... usually I do snapshot of something, a band, and I recall that. Okay, so it's definitely not in here. What's up, Charlie? I remember having the discussion on Facebook about that, and I had someone, and I'm not gonna name any name because I don't want to put anybody in trouble, but I believe I had someone telling me that we could do this. Fader page, overview page, other. Could it? Do what? I want to have a snippet recall on a custom control. I want to do a snippet that basically gonna turn off all the inserts on channels and then turn them back on whenever I want them to be. No, it definitely wasn't you. I remember exactly who it is, but I don't want to say his name because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Okay. Scene recall, scene 1. Can I name effect rack? Maybe we can try to answer that one while you guys having a discussion. Maybe we can we? I don't know if we can rename effect rack. Interesting. I don't believe so. It's not like the Pro Series stuff where you were able to name that whatever. You need to use a hash mark and a number. It's better, Rob, even if you think you're not helping much right now, it's way, way, way better than nothing. So, okay, hold on. If I'm triggering this, I know it's gonna do it, for sure. Actually, let's create another snippet. Okay. Confirm. Let's make another one. Where are we gonna turn them on? So we're gonna go record. Here we're gonna go on. And we're gonna save that as test all effects on. Save. So we have the action happening. We can verify that by clicking off and press load, confirm, and if we take a look here, we have our tree effect being off, and if I go here, go load, confirm, and if I push the view button here, they're back on. So the mechanic is working. Now all we need to do is to have that happening on a couple of knobs here on the right, so we don't have to go to the library page, Snippet, and recall that every single time. The other way that I can see maybe that happening is do a show and just stack up on, off, on your snippet, or just having two and go previous, forward, previous, and next. That can work for sure. If you have the full size, that can work. Do I need to have a show file for that? So we're gonna go snippet test. We're gonna create a file for that. Snippet test show. All right, they are here now. Fred, Jeritar, le fait qu'il vaut mieux couper le départ de l'effet via le channel que de le mettre le channel. Ouais, en fait, c'est toujours mieux de couper l'entrée de l'effet. Je suis 100% d'accord avec toi. Il n'y a pas de problème. He's basically saying that it's better to cut the input of the effect. So when you have a bus, you basically want to cut the input and leave the output going. So if you have any tailing of reverb and delay, it's it's gonna affect everything. But there's always a but. That will work. I'd rather have something working not perfectly than to have, nothing. Rolf got a really good question. There's an CC function to set select fader to 0. Would that be helpful functionally for this? Well, when I say 0, it's minus infinite. It will not, because we don't want to change the level of the fader. That's only going to affect the level of a fader. What we want to do is to disable the insert on some channel, or multiple, because you can disable in a CC. If we want to go here, CC, you can have a, hold on, channel insert pre or post. You can disable that per channel if you want to do that. It's definitely an option. But the thing is, I've done this before. I've done this on lead singer with a couple of effects. You can maybe run your delay like that. It's gonna work. But most of the time, when you want to have what we want to achieve here, if I can put word in my mouth, we want to have multiple instance of channel insert being on or off at the same time. So I just need to figure out how to recall that stuff, because we're gonna go here, we're gonna go open that show, and we're gonna add Or is it the other way around? Show. Open. Can I? Hold on. How do you do this? How do you add? Okay, add item to show. This is what I was looking for. Add item to show. On, off. Okay. So snip 1, snip 2. They have little number here. I know it's really difficult for you guys to see, but they have snip 1 and snip 2. Snip 1 being off, snip 2 being on. Now, how can we put that on the CC? Let's go back to the CC. CC edit. Let's take a look. Is there anything in here that can help us with that? Channel previous, channel next. No, that's to toggle between the fader. That's no good. Okay. Scene recall. Rob said something about hash mark and a number. I'm not sure I fully understand what he's talking about. And how to go into those settings. Let's just for fun try this. I'm gonna do, before we do anything, I'm gonna go internal. I'm gonna go okay, I have actually no scene on that console save. This is a brand new Wayne compact. I'm gonna go here, snap, and I'm gonna go save. I'm gonna call this Monday. Monday live stream. 1. Save. I have a snap file, so whatever we're doing, we're good. So, okay, we're gonna go show. We're gonna go open, confirm. We're gonna go here at the show, here, nope. Show here, add item to show. Okay, show. I have these two. Are they called scene in here? Because they have a label of 1 and 2. Step. You need to go to show menu and you'll see add tag. You need to tag your show item number 1, number 2, and then the CC button will recall 1 and 2. Okay, so we're at the right page right now. We are on show. I see the edit tag here on the right, so I'm gonna go with all off. I'm gonna go edit tag scene. Okay, I can go 1. I can go edit tag 2. And now, if I understand correctly, in that show file, once I created this, needs to be 1. Okay. Oh, it needs to be hashtag 1, not just 1. So, okay, I need to remove that. Hashtag, oh, not 2, 1. Okay. Oh, okay, it changed the color. It's probably, okay, I don't like the vertical format for that. You guys cannot see the screen really well. Maybe we can figure out a way to for the screen later, but I'm gonna describe this. I don't know how well you guys can see, but now on my test all off, the number 1 is lit in blue, and number 2 is just there. It's not, you know, it says 2 but not anything. It's just basically a tag number. So if I go hashtag 2 here and press OK, now they're both lit up in blue. All right. Now, if I'm putting these two on CC, and if I go back to setup, CC edit, if this one, actually, this one's going to be show recall scene 1, this one's going to be show recall scene 2. You guys following so far? I think I got it. Let's go back to our view, and right now I'm having my CC on the left, my CC number 3 recalling scene 1 that we created, and my CC on the right recalling scene 2 that we created. So if I go 1, they're all off. If I go scene 2, they're all on. Are the fader, no, the only parameter that are moving are the one in the CC. I don't know how well you guys can see this, but I'm not using the right fader, but I can move the fader and nothing, if I recall on or off, nothing happened. So okay, that's the way to recall a snippet. Interesting. Slavic, thank you so much. You really help us figure out how to do this. But I don't know if I need to recap. Please let me know, guys, if I need to recap. But we just crossed a big milestone, or at least personally I just crossed a big milestone understanding the scene system here, because we can definitely, with a quick action, enable or disable scene. And thinking about it, you know, the kind of stuff that I used to do back in the day, what really MIDI recall is, maybe we can do a scene where you have different lead guitar. You can do a parameter change of having your pan changing. You know, you can do maybe some spread effect. I know I used to work with a band where I had 5 lead singer. He used to be like a boy band-ish, and I know when they were all singing, I thought it sucked to have them all in mono. So with something like this, and we can keep having fun, we can edit some other scene just for fun. While we're here, I'm gonna go back in this. We're gonna dive into that snippet menu. We're gonna go here, and we can, on the all on, which is basically the show mode, we can rec some more parameter change. I'm gonna go here in channel, and I'm gonna start to play around with the pan. Let's say 50, maybe 1, just to prove that it moves, and this one will be sent to the right. And we can go back in library. We have 6 parameter change now. We can go stop. Do I need to save that again? Yes, because it only says 3 parameter here on top. Add save, all unsave, overwrite, yes. Okay, so it add another snippet here, but let's say that I'm gonna delete that one, and I'm gonna go show, edit tag, and go hashtag 2, okay. Let's do the same thing for this one. We're gonna go snippet. Oh, I needed to do update. I just see it here. Okay, let's do that again. Let's go record. No, stop. Clear all. Confirm. Clear all. Here. Could I go scene 1 here? Can I go record? Home. I'm gonna bring everybody dead center. I'm gonna go back again here, and I'm gonna go update. Confirm. Okay, this one only had 3 perimeters, so I would need to put the insert off as well. Basically, because my perimeter, I basically need to rebuild the snippet. So let's go back again. On. That's off. That's off. That's off. That's off. These 3s are off. Okay. But I don't think I record the perimeter to turn them off. So I'm gonna go on, off, on, off, on, off. Library, 3 perimeter change. I'm gonna go update. It's only 3 perimeter. So okay, what I'm gonna do is stop, remove. We're gonna do an all off now. So snippet record. Hold on. Clear all. Confirm. Clear. New snippet. This one's gonna be all off with the pan center. So library. Oh, because it's not a change. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me clear all over again. Because I'm not changing the status, if I bring it back, I believe, it doesn't register as a change. So to do that, I'm gonna go all on, and I'm gonna press scene 2, and I recall that snippet. It recall. Let's look at the status of my insert here. Okay, I'm gonna leave them off. I want them on, and I want my pan to be center before I do any change. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the library, and we want to create a new snap. All right. Let's record that. Okay, what I want to do, record. I want to do a couple things. I want to do my pan. I want to pan this one 50%. I want to pan this one 1 or 2 just to say that it moved, and that one 50%. Also, I want to have all my reverb off, off, off. Is that right? Let's go take a look at this. All right. Now, actually, off. I want those to be in the center, so I'm gonna go -1 just as a proof of concept for the first time. So -1 here, -1 here, just to say that it's a new value. I'm gonna go back to the library. I changed 6 perimeter. That's right. I want to save and add, and I want to call this one all off. Save. Confirm. And then I want to go in my show. In that show, I want to give it a tag, and I want #1. Okay, let's go back again. If I'm recalling scene 1, nothing has changed because this one is all off. If I'm recalling scene 2, it did not record the perimeter change. Only I don't know how well you can see that, but only the pans are changing. So all off is right. We're gonna go here, library. I want to go all on. I'm gonna go load, confirm. I'm gonna clear all, and I'm gonna try to add the effects to be on. So I'm gonna go here, channel, and I'm gonna turn on my effect. All right. Let's go back to library. 3 parameters I've changed. I'm gonna go update, confirm. Now I have 6 parameter change. This time it did it. Clear all, stop, we're good. Now let's go back to our overview and let's try this again. all off, pan in the center, all on, pan, spread. All that with one button. For those of you who are familiar with macros, we basically just did a macro. Am I going too fast? Am I too much in my head here? Sorry, this is really a difficult concept, and maybe you guys, because of the new angle that is working really good for this shot, maybe it's not working that good for the other stuff. So let me know if that makes sense to you guys. Let me know if I'm, speaking Chinese or not. Let me know if this is good, but I'm really happy with the result that I have here. Single press of a button, I'm recalling some parameters, and another press of a button, I'm bringing back some parameters. That way, the way that you would use this is, let's say in between song, you want all your vocal to be dead center with no reverb on them. And if you press the second one, you're going to be in show mode where your reverb, your peoples are pan and all your reverbs are on for everybody and all the instrument. You could do the same thing for a guitar solo. If you have one that you can name guitar solo, you could definitely if you have a guitar solo, you can basically bring all your guitar center. Or if you are if you are in the Foo Fighter and you have 3 guitar player, you can have a lead button for every guitar player to be lead. So let's say that you have 3 guitar for real. Let's say you want a guitar 1 and 3 to be left, right, and guitar 2 is doing the lead. After that, you have a lead with guitar 3, so guitar 3 coming back center, and guitar 2 is going to go back on the other side. And you have another option where you have guitar 1 center and the other option. Same thing if you have multiple singers. Let's say that you have, you want to do a band, you have multiple singer, they all have their lead, you pre-program all your lead, and everybody pan, or everybody pan a little, everybody pan big. It can get complex really far. Wilbert, what's up? You can also do the same thing if you have just a regular band with 2 guitar player. Let's say that you want to have your guitar kind of hard pan, but when you have the solo happen and you want your rhythm guitar to be center and your lead to be center, or you want to have maybe your guitar player rhythm to be center and you want just your lead to be pan off a little, center but not as much. And after that, when you go back to regular rhythm mode, everybody's just like hard pan, or maybe not hard pan, but pan harder. Pancho, or Wilbert, I should say. You finally have a wing on your way. Congrats, man. It's a really Happy New Year present for you to yourself. Rolf, certainly we'll investigate more possibilities for this. Well, I don't know if I'm clear enough, but when you... Pancho's your nickname? Okay, I'll go by Pancho then. Let me thinking about it, but basically, because of Snippet, you can do everything that you can do on the screen all at once, in the sense of all the parameters, effect on or off. I believe even maybe EQ change can even be automated with a Snippet. So be careful how much you dive into that hole. But if you keep it to simple stuff like pan, I'm curious to know about fader Anybody here ever experiment here with fader? Let me try a new snippet. We're gonna erase those so we can start fresh, and we're gonna keep it scene 1 and scene 2. But I want to try something. You know, I was talking about the guitar effect. Yeah, definitely something that you want to try at home before trying that on a gig. Let me try with guitar effect and fader move. I want to know if you can do the same thing and having a fader move that is only addition, meaning if you have a fader that is at 0 for your guitar, if a guitar solo happen and you create a guitar solo CC, if I push it by 6 dB, is it going to be relative to the 6 dB of push that I'm doing to the fader, or is it going to bring it to +6 as an example? But if my fader is at +9 or -9, will it bring it to +3 or -3, -3? I want to give that a try. So we're going to erase that. We're going to go here, and I want to delete those CC. All right. So show, go show here, open show, confirm, thank you. Snippet. We want to do a. I'm gonna do it with the pen. So snippet will be the way to toggle on an effect on or off. If you have a single one, no. If you have multiple things that you want to do with a single press of a button, yes. I believe this is more the answer that we're looking for. We're gonna do that. We're gonna here. I'm gonna build another one just for fun. We're gonna do multiple things at the same time. Use case vocal chain doubler only in choruses. Yeah. I'm sorry, Andy. I cannot read that. I believe this is German. I don't speak German. Okay, let's give that a try. I want to have like a guitar solo setup on scene 1. And, oh, actually, yes. It's German, okay. I love the fact that we have an international community, that everybody speaks different language. English is not my first language, by the way. We have a lot of people from all over the place in the world. I love it. All right, so let's try to build a guitar solo preset. What I want to do is first start record. I want to have a fader move. A fader move count as a move. I also want to have here a pad action. So I'm going to go 100%. This one I want it to be at 0, and this one to 100%. With a fader move on 1. I did 4 change. I can stop, and I can save. Guitar solo left, just for fun. Save. Imagine that we have 3 guitar here. Oh Fred, les francophones, on sait jamais quoi faire avec nous. Okay, now let's clear all that stuff. And I want to bring back my fader to 0 dB, or roughly 0 here. And I want to have my, pan being all pretty much center. So I'm gonna go rec, go back to here. I'm gonna select that channel. I want to bring back the pan to 0. I'm gonna try to move this one to and see if it registers as this 0 and 0 again. So all my guitar are centered and they're back pretty much at 0. All right. Library, 3 parameter change. So if I go back to 38, which was at 0 center, if I move it, okay, it doesn't move. Or was it minus? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's go back here. Here, 0, library. This is the other option though that I want to have. I'm gonna go stop. I'm gonna go save. Guitar. Normal. So mostly what I would run the whole show. Save. All right, let's go into show. Hit a tag. I'm gonna go tag 1. Hit a tag not 8. Tag 2. I cannot see what I'm doing here. And go okay. Let's go to the overview. If I press scene 2, nothing should move. This is pretty much what we have here. So I recall scene 2, nothing happened. If I recall scene 1, I should have a fader increase. So this little line here should go bigger, and I should have the pan happening. So we're gonna try that. If I go scene 1, yes, my fader went up. And if I go scene 2, my fader went down. Okay, interesting. Let's move the fader down just a little bit. Too bad my face is on the screen here, but I'm moving basically the fader down, and I want to see when I recall scene 1 if my fader is going to go up by 6 dB or if it's going to go up to plus 6 dB. Look at the line here, it will pretty much tell you. Okay, it went up to 6 dB. The other fader didn't move. And if I press scene 2, only the pans are coming back. The volume on that one is not moving. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I would do that with fader volume. The reason is, let's say that on that PA I need to run my guitar basically at -3 or minus, let's say that the guitars are really poking to that PA. If I'm running the show, if I have an automation running and I need to boost my guitar solo by 6 dB, if in that PA it's too loud, it's not only gonna move by 6 dB, it's gonna add that. Thinking about it on the flow as I'm going right now, maybe I can try with a trim and see if having a 3 dB trim increase would work. That way, no matter what level of fader that I have, it's gonna give it 3 dB. Maybe. Alex, hey, what's up? What are you working on? We're working on Snippet and recalling scene or Snippet with custom control here on the right. So that way, because the original question was from Dawns of Dream, or Nick, those of you who know the guy. He's got a YouTube channel, by the way. Go check out his stuff. He's recently did a video for Alto Music. Really good video. Go check that out. His question was, can I take multiple inserts, like I have here, I have 3 inserts. Can I take multiple inserts and turn them on or off at the same time with the presses of a single button? Let's say that you want to use all that for your vocal effect. Everybody has his own reverb, the length, everything. And can you turn them on or off quickly with a single button? The answer is yes, with scene change, like I'm doing right now. I'm changing the pan and I'm changing the volume for some of those fader here. But I start to dive a little more into this. So this is what we're working on right now, pretty much. Rob, I'd like to change my workflow a bit. Let's see if you can come up with something. Let's say that you have 3 or 4 bands a night. Usually I sound check and give each band is different snapshot. Yes, okay, that's definitely working. However, sometimes I find I'd like to change to different reverb or different insert on something and give each band the same change. You have any idea to do this in a generic way? Well, if you have a preset that you like, I would say just save it as a preset, not recalling. If I understand this correctly, maybe recall everything except the effect when you're changing bands. Sorry, I'm rereading your question. Usually a sound check and give each band a different snapshot. Yes, okay. However, sometimes I find it I'd like to change to a different reverb or different insert or something and give each band the same change. Yeah, I would say maybe do a partial reload of your file, and if you have something, let's say that you really like, you can just keep it from band to band. Guitar player need a boost pedal? Yes, but sometimes it's not enough. And I had this discussion with a friend of mine recently where I asked him if he could boost himself, a little louder to go to the PA. Let's say for a solid 6 dB. And he go, I have the ability to do that. But the thing is, when he's working with in-ear monitor, it's just become too loud in his ear. So you need to ride the front of house accordingly. Because let's say the smaller room that you have, the more, the bigger move you would have to do for them to be heard. If you, like me, still doing small rooms, the classic 2 subs and 2 speaker on stick, do a small band. If there's a lot of people in that room, you will have to have way more drastic volume change than just 3 dB. Where if you are in an arena maybe and everything is dialed in really well, a 3 dB boost from the guitar player will be fine. But yeah, I use more reverb instead of volume. If I know the band, I can try something like that. But if I don't know the band, I will not give a creative input on that guitar solo, because I've tried it a couple times and I did not succeed. Let's say all the time. Most of the time, it was a 50-50 on bands that I didn't know. So if I know the band really well, if I know that I have the freedom to apply effect over the top of the guitar player, I would do it. But they are probably the most picky about that stuff. Guitar players don't like people playing around with mostly their tone, their effect, and who am I if I don't know the band to give it more reverb? And what if for that solo, let's say that you run a guy that run an effect for every single song or a preset for every single song, what if for that guitar solo it's too much reverb, like way too much. I think volume boost is the way to go. Yeah, Fred, the pan. Fred just said that the dealing with the pan is cool. Dealing with the volume should be left to the operator. Yes, totally agreed. But I don't know. I just crossed my mind. Maybe you can have volume increase for a certain person on. Well, actually, yeah, I have a show where the bass player is doing a lead song. It's just a single one. And he's not a loud singer, so I need to boost him by a lot. And everybody on stage also need to have him boost by a lot. So I could do a trim option, maybe just for that one. I could boost maybe by 12 dB or 9 dB for just that single song, and just go like one scene change. Look, that happened. Bring it back to the original. After that, I don't know. For sure, the insert and the pan is really good. Really, really good. After that, I don't know. Rob, if it were that easy, I would have done it already. Oh well, need to think about it a bit more. Yeah, maybe we can brainstorm about that. If anybody else got any option, I don't know, saving preset, or saving presets of stuff that you like and just throw it away after the gig, or maybe not recalling it would be an option. I don't know. I don't know. If it's a one-timer band, I don't know. And maybe your preset is not going to work on the other band. And I had that happen to me. When you start a show, you know, we all been in this situation. You show up somewhere with a band, you lift the fader, they sound amazing, you just go like, man, I don't need to EQ anything, they just sound good. And the band after show up, you didn't touch anything on the console. Same mic, same drum kit, same everything, same. The only thing that you change is the player and maybe one or two guitar amp, and it's a total disaster. EQ doesn't work anymore for the vocal, the guitar tones are not working anymore, they don't fit with the vocal, the drums are not hit the same way. So doing sound is a really, well, you all know that stuff, but doing sound is really hard because it's not a recipe. It doesn't work like a spaghetti sauce recipe. All right, I think we really hit the nail on the head on this one. Seriously. Is there any more question, guys, before we wrap it up? It's been an hour. I've already done an hour of streaming before that, 45 minutes. In the matter of keeping this stream interesting, I don't want any downtime on it. I hope the new format wasn't too bad for you guys. I'm still not convinced about that scene here. Not having me in the background is fine, but I don't know. I don't know how the screen thing is working, or it's not working really well because of the autofocus because it's focusing on my hand whenever I have my hand here, and it's a little zoom in scene, so as soon as it sees my hand moving, it wants to focus on that instead of the screen. So I think I will have to go back to the screen. It's not working great on iPhone for a longer video. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm translating that one. For a change of reverb type and delay, I would use the MIDI software from Patrick. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's an option, but if I don't need it, well, I'm the kind of guy that don't want to bring a computer on a tour rig, so I cannot rely on a computer. Isn't it our job to control the volume? Yes. But if I know that I want to boost that guitar solo by 6 dB because I'm working with the band regularly, I don't know. Ralph, have you tried load a show from the full wing to the compact? Yes, I did. Actually, I did load that scene here. And I can probably not do it because I don't have my USB key on me. But I did load my Monday live stream scene that I have on my bigger wing. That was built on the bigger wing. And I think it was not even the same version. The fader did follow. So that's not a problem. Hold on, I'm having a phone call here. I've got to call mom again in a few minutes. Yeah, the fader did follow. The bus did follow. The CC didn't follow. The custom control did not follow at all. And everything else is pretty much how I've done it. Seriously. That's it. So the answer is yes, you can pretty much load. You can take a show file from any wing and pretty much load it, and it's gonna follow. The only thing that I had to rebuild was my custom control, which is something that maybe they can work on, to be honest. But yeah. The only difference between all the wing version is the 24 local preamp versus the 16 or 8 preamp plus 8 line. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, actually, there's a couple things like the CC control don't output on the same MIDI port to change my OBS. You know, my setup that I have where I change the camera like this. On the full size wing, it was on port 4, where on this one is on port 2. I don't know why I didn't invest. I know the DAW stuff is not the same thing. Hold on. Where do we have access to this again? The DAW? Yes. The DAW, it doesn't have, you know, all the parameters are not mapped yet, so you don't have all the preset. Yes, I'll need 2 GPIO instead of 4. I still need to build myself a pedal for that. What do you mean analog, Pancho? But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I didn't do any out button, so guys, I will have to go end the stream myself. Before I go, I want to take a moment and say Happy New Year to everyone. I'm wishing you the best. If you had a great 2024, keep on going. If you had a bad 2024, move on to 2025. A new year is gonna come with new happiness, new challenge, but also new happiness. I'm gonna be around. I don't know if I'm gonna keep streaming on the vertical. Maybe it's not working. Maybe we're gonna go back to the regular format. Happy holidays to everyone in the world. I love everybody. I love every single one of you who take time to join in on those live stream. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. On that note, I want you guys to take care of yourself. And I see you all next year.